This is an example of all those other things in life that are going to show up, that you're going to be really scared to do. They're going to feel uncomfortable to do in the moment. But I promise you, after you jump, your head will at least know that you can do some of those things to feel like you can't do that.
Happy Monday, everyone. It's Sophie.
And Adi.
We're always looking for new ways to support you, and we know firsthand how life can get in the way.
So we've created 5-minute episodes with motivation from us and our great friends to keep you feeling ignited and inspired no matter what life throws at you.
Welcome to the Ignited Motivation Podcast. Mini episodes every Monday.
Listen while you brush your teeth.
Or on your morning walk.
And you'll never miss out on the latest tips and tricks that are keeping us feeling motivated.
It's such a challenge to at least keep trying and take it back to that more heart-centered, meaningful relationship part. We were just talking, so we're here in Mexico. The retreat ended last night. So this morning we actually had some family time. We brought our kids with us. And, our daughter was so excited because we've been working. So, 6 hours a day. It's not like we're working a full day, but like 5 to 6 hours a day we're working. So the kids can't be with us. So it's like we're on vacation, but we're not really on vacation. We wake up with them. We start teaching at 8 o'clock in the morning, 11 to like 3, we have a break. Then we're teaching at 3, and then we're done at dinner. So that's the way it's been. But today we had some time, and if anybody's been to these areas of Mexico, they have these things they call cenotes. It's like hole in the ground pools is the only way to really describe it. It's like, I don't know how these got created, but it's as if the earth caved somewhere, and under the place where it caved, there's freshwater pools. So we went to one of these things today. I swear to God, this story is going to make sense by the time I'm done with it. Like, why is he telling us about these pools? So we go to this thing, and there's a whole, I'm standing in a room. This room probably has like 11-foot ceilings or something. It's about that. It's like an 11-foot drop from where the hole is to the water. Water is more than deep enough. It's not a shallow pool. There's people in it. You see that people are in it. You can dive in. One of my boys jumps right off the bat, takes his clothes off, swimsuit, boom, jumps in. My wife, even my daughter jumped out of, she's 4 years old. She jumped from a small ladder next to the thing. My 12-year-old, my oldest, was scared. I'll just say it, shitless. Scared, didn't want to do it. Mom is trying to talk him into it. I'm trying to talk him into it, and didn't want it. We ended up literally forcing him to jump off this thing. And while I understand the implications that without the processing after, we probably wouldn't have done it. But what we were all telling him is, hey, this is just an example. This is an example of all those other things in life that are going to show up, that you're going to be really scared to do. They're going to feel uncomfortable to do in the moment. But I promise you, after you jump, your head will at least know that you can do some of those things to feel like you can't do that. And in a way, not all that different than that guy that I was talking about from Georgia earlier, who had never, he grew up in rural southern Georgia. A man talking about his feelings, talking about what's going on in his relationship and his marriage to another guy he's never met before. Those are big taboos. You do not do this stuff. So my son jumps. He was safe. He got to the bottom, climbed back up, doesn't want to do it at all, right? He was like, okay, cool. You guys won, but I don't want to do this thing again. But the point was that we talked to him about it for another 2 hours over lunch later, was when you have feelings and these things about, I'm just scared that this will happen. Those to me are exactly the examples of really tough conversations that are easier to not have. The thing that we get better at is knowing what to do in those situations. So that gnawing feeling you have in the pit of your stomach that you should have said something, but you didn't, and then something goes terribly wrong, those feelings, they don't go away. They stay with you. They're like the thing you then end up apologizing to somebody about 25 years later because it just weighs on you so heavily. So I'm not saying you can change the world, but you at least need to have that conversation so that you feel like you stood up for what you knew was right.
You just listened to the Ignited Motivation Podcast.
Did you love the mini dose of motivation? Please let us know. Your feedback and experience is our #1 motivator. Leave us a review, subscribe, and share with your favorite people on your favorite apps. And don't forget to catch the next episode every Monday.
Because we want to hear from you. So join the conversation and discover bonus content on our website and Instagram. You can find the links in the show notes. Now that you're ignited, what are you motivated to take on?